everybody. Um, Welcome back. This video is going to focus on finding scholarly articles for your paper. I'm specifically thinking of it as if you were doing a literature review, so what information is out there on my topic. And we're going to focus on Search Everything. Let me go to the library homepage. And Search Everything is the default on the library homepage. And you'll see I already added some terms here. And I'm going to click Search. This looks very similar to the EBSCO databases, of which we have several. And the first thing you might want to think about is how many results do I have? So if you just have very few, you might want to think of how to expand your search. It is likely that you have way more than you want to plow through. So let's look at some ways you can limit your results. One way to do it is to add another search term. And I'm just going to add cyber attack. Dun, 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 let's just say. You'll notice I have quotes around identity fraud. I did that because I want the database to consider those two words as a unit and not give me sources that have identity one place and fraud somewhere else. So I'm going to add cyber attack, and let's see what that does. So I'm down to 424. Just to demonstrate what quotes do, I'm going to go ahead and add quotes around cyber attack. Yeah, okay. It looked to me like the number went the wrong way. So we went from 424 to 84. And so you'll notice that we have here an ebook, we have a periodical, we have academic journals. You can get a lot of stuff when you do a discovery search, maybe the news. For finding scholarly information, you're going to want to limit it over here on the left to scholarly or peer-reviewed sources. And you're also going to want to think about the date range that's appropriate for your subject. So you can tell this is a fairly new subject because it only went back to 2008, but I just want to know what's going on in the last 3 years. This is particularly important for technical subjects, technical and medical topics. All right, so, I only have 3 sources. Well, that's going to make it easy. This looks interesting to me, so I can click on the title, and that's what I'm used to doing, and I can access the PDF here. If I really like this article, I might want to see what other articles these authors have written, so I can see that here. I can click on Find Similar Results. I can also click on these subject terms or keywords to find other articles that have those. So a lot of times the key is finding that first article that is exactly what you need and then using that as a springboard to find more information. When you click on the title, you're also going to see an abstract. So if you want to know whether to invest more time in reading this article, you can look at the abstract. You can save the article a variety of ways into Google Drive. You can add to a folder. You can always print it. You can email it to yourself. If you do email it to yourself, make sure to change this to the correct citation format. Brazilian National Standards probably not going to be that helpful to you. You can get a reference. I am showing you this because as a word of warning, these are not 100% correct. The most common thing I see with APA style is that the capitalization is incorrect. This should be in sentence case, where only the first word and the first word after a colon and proper nouns are capitalized. So my main point is don't trust these 100%. So let's just go back. You can get most of that information also just by hovering over this icon. You can also add it to a folder by clicking here. If you just think, yep, want to look at this later, you can add several articles and then go up here and email them all to yourself at one time. Okay, so this is search everything, and I am going to take this out, but I'm going to add review article. So there's two kinds of scholarly articles primarily. There's research articles, which you're going to want to take a look at, and then there's also review articles. So review articles are where they take other people's research and sort of summarize so you can see where the research, the scholarly communication is at this point in time. Research articles are considered a primary source because it's written by the people that did the actual research, whereas a review article is a secondary source because it's people looking at what other people have done and summarizing it for you. But anyway, both of these articles can be very helpful. I'm going to look for a review article. And there are 9. So I'm assuming that if I look at these, I'm going to get a view of where the information is at a given time. Now, you are also probably going to want to look at research articles, and so you can, instead of putting in review article, put in research article to find these. And those are going to be helpful to you if you're having to write a proposal where you're proposing research you want to do, to understand about methodology, procedure, that kind of thing that you're going to want to include in your proposal. You might also want to use terms like quantitative research, qualitative research. Okay, I don't want these videos to be too long, so I'm going to wrap this up here. And just maybe take a minute using Search Everything, using the limiters I showed you, particularly the scholarly, limiting it to scholarly articles and limiting your dates. And then make sure that you know how to maybe save an article in some way and how to find the abstract so that you can see if this article is something you want to spend more time on.